There are a variety of good tax-advantaged retirement accounts available to Americans. You've got IRA, 401k, HSA, but wait, there is another. And this one that I'm going to discuss in this video is absolutely one of the best around for early retirees, with one big caveat. You must be a public service employee, such as a government or nonprofit employee, to use it. But if you are a public service employee, or even if you know one, and teachers, I'm talking about you too, well, stick around because this is the retirement account plan that you must know about. We're going to go deep into the 457 today, including its advantages, disadvantages, and why this is an especially great plan for those planning to retire early. That's right, in this video I'm talking about the 457 plan, a retirement savings plan available to government workers, specifically those employed by state and local governments or certain tax-exempt organizations as well. Now, state and local government workers often get a bad rap for not being as efficient or hardworking as their private sector counterparts. But let's not forget that government workers are often paid less than what a similar position in the private sector might pay. And what about teachers? Well, we all know that story. Public school teachers are typically paid way less than their value to society. Nonprofit workers too. So why do all these people work for less? Why do they do it? Well, there are other benefits of the job, such as the satisfaction of serving the public, the job security, predictability, and of course the sweet, sweet benefits. They may have access to great health care, insurance, even pensions. That's right, pensions still exist, with varying levels of solvency. But another lesser known but very valuable benefit for these employees is the 457 plan. The 457B plan, which we'll just call the 457, was established as part of the Internal Revenue Code in 1978 alongside the 401k plan, and these were created to provide tax-advantaged retirement accounts for employees of state and local governments and also some tax-exempt organizations such as nonprofits and educational institutions. The initial purpose of the 457 plan was to offer government employees a way to save for retirement in addition to their pensions. It provided an opportunity for employees to set aside pre-tax dollars from their paychecks, reducing their current taxable income while saving for retirement. So let's get into the advantages or benefits of a 457 plan. And let me tell you, a couple of these are very exciting for early retirees. First, the tax advantages. Contributions to a 457 plan are made on a pre-tax basis, meaning they are deducted from your gross income before taxes are applied. This reduces your taxable income and allows your contributions to grow tax-deferred until they are withdrawn. But how much can you contribute? 457 plans have contribution limits similar to 401ks or 403b plans. And the short answer is you can contribute $22,500. Now, to get a little more detailed, the IRS says that the amount of annual contributions and other additions, excluding earnings, cannot exceed the lesser of 100% of the participants' includable compensation, in other words, how much you earn, or the elective deferral limit, which is $22,500 in 2023. There are also a couple of situations which can increase the annual contribution limit. 457 plans of state and local governments may allow catch-up contributions for participants who are 50 and older. And one benefit for government workers nearing retirement age is the double catch-up provision. If you are within 3 years of the plan's normal retirement age, and you haven't maxed out your contributions in previous years, you may be eligible to contribute double the annual limit in the last 3 years leading up to your retirement. But for most of us, the limit is simply $22,500 this year. And with that in mind, let's look at an example of how this could benefit you. Let's say you have a take-home income of $100,000. Now with that income as a single filer, you'd pay $14,261 in income tax. If you are able to defer $22,500 of that taxable income, you reduce your taxable income down to $77,500, and you would pay $9,311 in income tax. That's a savings of nearly $5,000. Now, this is the exact same tax advantage you'd get deferring the same amount into a 401k, But wait, because the 457 gets even better. Now, one way it gets better is that if you have access to a 457, you probably also have access to a 401k or 403b. And you don't have to pick one or the other. You can max out your 457 and your 401k, for example, and defer an absolute mountain of savings into these tax-advantaged accounts. This reduces your taxable income way down, and this is one of my favorite things about the 457 plan. This strategy works best if you're married and maybe you can live off mostly one spouse's income and defer as much as you can of the second income. But for super savers or aspiring early retirees, this can really help speed up your time to financial independence while at the same time helping you learn to live on less. If you're not into the whole reducing your taxable income thing, you might be interested in the 457 Roth option. That's right, some government employees offer a Roth 457 plan, which allows participants to contribute after-tax dollars. While contributions to a Roth 457 plan are not tax-deductible, qualified withdrawals in retirement are tax-free, and this provides tax diversification and the opportunity for tax-free growth. Now let's talk flexibility in distributions, because this is another amazing benefit of 457 plans for early retirees. There are no early withdrawal fees once you leave the job. That's right, with a 457 plan, you can start making penalty-free withdrawals once you separate from service, in other words, leave your job, and you can do this regardless of your age. This is different than a 401k where you would pay a 10% penalty to access the funds in the account before age 59 and a half. This flexibility with the 457 allows for early retirement or career changes without having to worry about penalties for accessing your funds. You simply leave the job and take distributions whenever you want to. Yes, it will be taxable income, but again, no penalty to access those funds early. Now let's talk portability. If you change your employer, you can roll over your 457 plan into another eligible retirement account such as an IRA. But you might think twice about doing that because once your 457 funds are rolled over and into an IRA, well then they're subject to the same 10% early withdrawal penalties that apply to the rest of the IRA. I'd like to take a moment here to note that specific rules and benefits may vary depending on the employer and the type of 457 plan offered. Consulting with a financial advisor or reviewing the plan's details, well, that'll provide more accurate and personalized information based on your specific situation. I would also like to take a moment to ask you to click that like button if you're finding value in this video. And now let's talk about any disadvantages to contributing to a 457. While a 457 plan offers many advantages, there are a few potential downsides to consider. Well, first, you've got limited access to funds. Until you separate from service or experience a qualifying financial hardship, accessing the funds in your 457 plan may be restricted. This can limit your flexibility if you need to access the money for non-retirement purposes. And there may be employer-specific plan rules. The features and rules of a 457 plan can vary depending on your employer. It's important to thoroughly understand your specific plan's provisions, including investment options, withdrawal rules, and any administrative fees that may apply. There is potential for changes in legislation. Yes, things can change. Government regulations and tax laws can change over time, which may impact the rules and benefits that are associated with 457 plans. It's important to stay informed about any potential legislative changes that could affect your retirement savings. And then there's the lack of portability for non-governmental employees. If you switch jobs from a government employer to a non-government employer, you may not be able to roll over your 457 plan into your new employer's retirement plan. In these cases, you may need to consider rolling over the funds into an IRA to maintain tax-deferred growth. And again, if you can keep it in that 457 plan and maintain that flexibility in accessing the funds early, that's probably a better thing to do. You know, we're kind of reaching there to find many disadvantages of the 457. It's really a great retirement saving tool. And if you want to retire early and you have access to this account, you really should consider using it. Again, the ability to access the funds early without penalty after leaving the job, the ability to fill up a 401k or 403b and a 457, which doubles your retirement buckets and decreases your taxable income, these features provide such an advantage. And if you can't yet fill up these accounts, I get it. I understand that's a lot of money to defer from your income. But I hope this serves as motivation to find ways to increase your income or decrease your expenses, or hopefully both, to achieve financial independence faster. All right, that's what I have for you in this video. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos on saving, investing, and early retirement. Thanks for watching.